Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about one of the most crucial decisions you'll ever face in life. The decision to force yourself to do the hard thing. Embracing discomfort for growth is one of the most powerful principles that can shape the trajectory of your life. Too often, people avoid discomfort, seeking comfort and ease as their primary goal. Society, with its focus on instant gratification and convenience, often encourages us to take the path of least resistance. However, true growth, personal, professional, or emotional, never comes from remaining within the confines of comfort. Instead, it emerges from pushing ourselves beyond what feels easy or safe. Discomfort is a natural part of the growth process. It signals that you're stretching beyond your limits, entering new territory, and challenging the status quo. If you look at any successful individual, whether in business, sports, or any other field, you'll see that their greatest achievements didn't come from staying within their comfort zones. They pushed through the pain, the uncertainty, and the struggle because they knew that growth doesn't happen while you're sitting back and avoiding difficulty. When you force yourself into discomfort, you're forced to develop resilience. You begin to realize that the discomfort you feel isn't permanent, it's temporary. Over time, what once felt difficult becomes easier, and you begin to realize that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. This is the process of expanding your abilities. The discomfort that once felt overwhelming becomes a stepping stone toward your next level of greatness. Think about physical training, whether it's lifting weights, running, or any form of exercise. Initially, your muscles ache and you feel the urge to quit, but it's precisely this discomfort that strengthens your body. Each strain, each challenge, each moment of fatigue builds endurance and strength. The same applies to your mind and spirit. Facing discomfort in your personal or professional life cultivates mental toughness, discipline, and the ability to persevere when faced with adversity. Many of the most transformative moments in life are born from discomfort. Starting a new job, taking on a leadership role, or even having a tough conversation can cause anxiety, fear, and doubt. However, it's in these moments that you learn the most about yourself. You discover new strengths, develop new skills, and refine your character. In the end, embracing discomfort doesn't just help you grow, it reshapes who you are, propelling you toward the next chapter of your success. It's crucial to recognize that discomfort is not something to be feared or avoided, but something to be embraced as a necessary part of your journey. Without it, growth would be stunted and progress would come to a halt. By pushing through the discomfort, you unlock new potential and take bold strides toward the person you are destined to become. Persistence is the force that transforms dreams into reality, and it is one of the most powerful qualities anyone can develop. It is the ability to keep going when everything within you tells you to stop, to continue in the face of failure, rejection, or setbacks. Persistence is not about being the smartest or the most talented. It's about the willingness to keep moving forward, step by step, even when progress seems slow or non-existent. When faced with obstacles, many people choose to give up, thinking that their lack of immediate success is a sign they should stop. Yet, those who persist understand that success doesn't happen overnight. It is the result of consistent, deliberate action taken day after day, regardless of external circumstances. Persistence is the belief that if you keep showing up and doing the work, eventually you will achieve your goal. The key is to keep going even when the road gets tough and the finish line seems far away. In life, you will face challenges. There is no avoiding it. There will be moments when you want to quit, when doubts cloud your mind, and when it feels easier to walk away than to keep trying. However, in those moments, persistence becomes your greatest asset. It is the belief that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities to learn and grow. With each difficulty, you gain valuable experience that strengthens you and prepares you for the next challenge. Look at the great achievers throughout history. Whether they were inventors, athletes, or entrepreneurs, their success wasn't guaranteed from the start, nor was it the result of talent alone. It was their persistence in the face of failure that set them apart. Thomas Edison, for instance, faced countless failed experiments before he successfully invented the light bulb. Yet he famously said, "I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His ability to persist, to see failure as part of the process, was the key to his eventual success. Persistence is not a skill you are born with. It is something you cultivate over time. It requires discipline, a strong sense of purpose, and the ability to stay focused on the long-term goal. While others may quit when they face their first or second setback, the persistent individual understands that the road to success is rarely linear. It is filled with ups and downs, but each step forward, no matter how small, brings them closer to their goal. Mastering your mindset is one of the most powerful tools you can possess on the journey towards success. Your mindset dictates how you perceive and react to challenges, opportunities, and setbacks in life. It is the lens through which you see the world and ultimately the deciding factor in how far you'll go. A strong, positive mindset doesn't come naturally to most people. It must be developed with intention, practice, and dedication. At the core of mastering your mindset is the ability to control your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your actions. If you constantly think about failure, you are likely to shy away from trying new things. If you dwell on past mistakes or focus on what could go wrong, you limit your potential. On the other hand, when you train your mind to focus on possibility, opportunity, and growth, you open up a world of potential. The first step in mastering your mindset is to recognize the power of your thoughts. It is easy to fall into the trap of negative thinking, especially when things aren't going the way you hope. The challenge is to become aware of these thoughts and replace them with constructive, positive ones. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," or "this is too hard," replace those thoughts with empowering beliefs such as, "I am capable and I will find a way." Over time, this shift will transform how you approach every situation. Another critical aspect of mastering your mindset is learning how to embrace failure. Too many people fear failure, but the truth is, failure is often the best teacher. A person with a strong mindset doesn't see failure as an end, but as a stepping stone toward success. When you fail, you don't retreat or give up. You evaluate what went wrong, learn from the experience, and adjust your approach. Failure in this sense is not something to avoid. It is a necessary part of growth. The way you perceive challenges is also a critical component of mastering your mindset. Challenges are not roadblocks, but opportunities for growth. When you face an obstacle, a person with a well-trained mindset sees it as a chance to develop resilience, creativity, and problem-solving skills. Instead of viewing challenges as something to fear, you learn to see them as chances to sharpen your abilities and expand your capacity. Mastering your mindset also involves cultivating a sense of discipline and focus. It's about the ability to ignore distractions and stay committed to your goals, regardless of what's happening around you. This requires mental toughness, the ability to continue pushing forward even when external circumstances make it difficult. Through consistent practice, you can train your mind to remain focused even when the going gets tough. Discipline is the foundation upon which success is built, and it is the bridge that connects where you are now to where you want to be. It is the ability to stay committed to your goals and consistently take action even when motivation fades or external circumstances become challenging. While motivation may provide the initial spark, discipline ensures that the fire keeps burning long after the initial excitement has worn off. At its core, discipline is about making choices that align with your long-term vision, even when they don't seem as rewarding in the short term. It's about doing the work when you don't feel like it, showing up even when the odds seem against you, and putting in the effort day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. It's easy to take the easy route when you're not disciplined. It's easy to procrastinate, to give in to distractions, and to make excuses. But discipline demands more from you. It requires that you push past those moments of weakness and stay focused on the greater goal no matter the challenges. Discipline is the glue that holds your actions together, and it's what enables you to keep moving forward when life gets in the way. Whether you're working toward a career goal, building a business, or trying to improve your health, discipline is the key to progress. It creates consistency in your efforts and ensures that you continue taking small, intentional steps every day, even when you don't see immediate results. Over time, these consistent actions compound, leading to significant breakthroughs. One of the most important aspects of discipline is its ability to create momentum. The first step toward any goal is often the hardest. Once you've established a routine, however, discipline makes it easier to keep going. It's the daily actions that build habits, and habits are the engine behind success. Discipline trains your mind to stay focused on what's important and to resist the urge to divert your attention toward distraction. It builds a structure that holds you accountable even when the initial excitement of a goal has worn off. But discipline isn't just about doing what needs to be done. It's also about choosing to do what's right even when it's difficult. It's about sticking to your principles and staying true to your commitments, regardless of how tempting the easy option might be. In the long run, discipline helps you become the person capable of achieving success, as it molds your character, your perseverance, and your ability to make smart decisions day in and day out. The habit of taking action is one of the most powerful habits you can cultivate if you are committed to achieving success in any area of your life. It's not enough to have great ideas or lofty goals. What truly separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to turn those ideas into reality through consistent action. Action is the bridge between intention and accomplishment, and without it, even the best plans will remain nothing more than dreams. The problem many people face is that they often get stuck in the planning or thinking stages. It's easy to get lost in the details, to overthink every step, or wait for the perfect moment to start. But the reality is that there is no such thing as a perfect time, and overthinking can be paralyzing. Successful individuals don't wait for the ideal conditions to act. They understand that action creates momentum, and that momentum is essential to success. When you develop the habit of taking action, you make progress every single day, even if it's just a small step. Each action, no matter how seemingly insignificant, propels you closer to your goals. The key is consistency. It's not about taking massive leaps every day, but about building the discipline to take even the smallest steps regularly. Over time, these small steps compound into significant progress, and what once seemed like an impossible goal becomes attainable. The act of taking action also builds confidence. Each time you take action, you prove to yourself that you are capable of making progress. The more you act, the more you begin to trust your ability to figure things out, solve problems, and overcome obstacles. This self-assurance is crucial because it fuels further action. The longer you delay action, the more your doubts grow, and the harder it becomes to get started. But when you push through those initial moments of hesitation and take that first step, you break through the wall of self-doubt and put yourself on the path to success. Another crucial aspect of taking action is learning through experience. When you act, you gain real-world feedback that no amount of planning or theorizing can provide. Taking action exposes you to the realities of what works and what doesn't. Failure or setbacks become valuable learning experiences, teaching you how to adjust your approach, improve your strategy, and refine your efforts. Waiting around for the perfect plan or strategy often leads to inaction and missed opportunity. The reality is that action leads to results, whether positive or negative, and those results give you the data you need to make better decisions moving forward. It's also important to understand that taking action doesn't mean doing everything at once or trying to tackle everything in one go. Effective action is about prioritizing what matters most and focusing your energy on the tasks that will have the greatest impact on your goals. This means you must learn to break down larger tasks into manageable steps. It's far easier to take action when you've identified the specific, tangible steps you need to take instead of feeling overwhelmed by the bigger picture. The habit of taking action also requires a mindset shift. It requires you to stop waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal conditions, or the perfect plan. Action requires courage to face uncertainty, and courage to keep going even when the path isn't clear. But once you develop the habit of taking consistent action, it becomes second nature. You stop overthinking and start doing. And this shift is the key to unlocking progress and success in every area of your life. Ultimately, action is the key that unlocks the door to your potential. You can have the best plans, the grandest dreams, and the most detailed roadmaps, but without action, none of that matters. Taking consistent, focused action every day will move you toward your goals and help you create the life you envision. It is through this habit of action that you begin to shape your reality and transform your aspirations into tangible achievement. You are the architect of your future, which means that the blueprint of your life is in your hands. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every belief you hold shapes the path you walk. Just as an architect plans and designs a building, you have the power to plan, design, and construct your life one decision at a time. The most powerful realization you can have is that your future is not dictated by external circumstances, but by your choices and actions today. The concept of being the architect of your own future is empowering because it places you in control. While external factors like your upbringing, your environment, and your current circumstances can influence where you start, they do not determine where you end up. Your future is a result of how you choose to respond to those circumstances. You have the ability to create and mold your life according to your vision, values, and purpose. If you want a future filled with success, fulfillment, and happiness, you must first take responsibility for the direction you're heading and start designing that future today. The first step in becoming the architect of your future is understanding that you are not a passive participant in your life's journey. You are not merely waiting for things to happen to you. Instead, you must actively shape your future through conscious and deliberate choices. Every day you make decisions that have the potential to move you closer to or farther from your desired outcome. These decisions accumulate over time and build your destiny. By taking ownership of these decisions, you become empowered to create the life you envision. To design your future, you must begin with a clear vision of what you want. Just as an architect must have a detailed plan before beginning construction, you must have a clear idea of where you want to go and what you want to achieve. This vision serves as your guiding blueprint, providing direction and focus. It should be grounded in your core values and passions, as these will serve as the foundation of everything you build. Without a clear vision, it is easy to get lost or distracted along the way. But when you know exactly what you want and why you want it, you can align your actions with that purpose. Once you have a vision, it's time to break it down into actionable steps. Architects don't just create blueprints and hope for the best. They break down the process into phases, identifying the specific tasks and resources needed at each stage. Similarly, you must break your larger goals into smaller, manageable actions. This allows you to focus on the present moment while keeping your eyes on the ultimate goal. Taking small, consistent steps every day will lead you toward that larger vision. Just as a building is constructed brick by brick, your future is created through the cumulative effect of small, intentional actions. The next aspect of being the architect of your future is resilience. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. Just as a building may encounter unexpected obstacles during construction, you will face challenges along your journey. The key is not to be discouraged by these challenges, but to learn from them and continue moving forward. Resilience allows you to adapt, adjust your plans, and persist in the face of adversity. Each challenge you overcome makes you stronger and more capable of shaping your future. Your ability to remain focused and committed, no matter the obstacles, will ultimately determine the strength and stability of the foundation you build. You must also recognize that being the architect of your future involves continuous learning and growth. Just as architects study new techniques, materials, and designs, you must be open to expanding your knowledge, honing your skills, and evolving as a person. The world is constantly changing, and the more adaptable you are, the better equipped you will be to design a future that aligns with your goals. Embrace the process of learning, whether it's through formal education, self-development, or life experiences. This will not only enhance your ability to create a successful future, but will also ensure that your journey is fulfilling and meaningful. Lastly, the architect of your future must have unwavering belief in their ability to build. Doubts and fears may arise, and others may try to convince you that your dreams are unrealistic. But you must remain steadfast in your conviction that you have the power to create the future you desire. Trust in your ability to overcome challenges, persist through tough times, and continue shaping your life with purpose. Your belief in yourself is the most powerful tool you possess, and it will give you the strength to keep going when things get difficult. In conclusion, taking control of your life and embracing the principles of discipline, persistence, and action are essential to shaping your future. You are the architect of your own destiny, and every decision, action, and mindset contributes to building the life you desire. By embracing discomfort, mastering your mindset, and staying focused on your goals, you can overcome challenges and keep moving forward. Success isn't about waiting for the right moment. It's about consistently taking purposeful steps, learning from setbacks, and adapting as you go. The future you dream of is within your reach, waiting to be built through your effort.